state calls case number 21 CR 0547, State of Georgia versus Robert Aaron Long. Your Honor, we were originally scheduled today for an arraignment on this indictment, the indictment having been returned by the grand jury May the 11th, 2021. However, it is my understanding that the defendant wishes to enter a plea of guilty today, and the state is prepared to go forward.
All right. And Mr. Burns, is that your announcement?
That's our announcement, Judge. We're ready.
All right. I guess a couple of preliminary matters in. The court has received several Rule 22 requests from various media outlets and has communicated those to counsel prior to this morning, and I believe they have all been taken care of. Is there any request about, any questions, or anybody need clarifications about the court's order for Rule 22 media coverage, recording of these proceedings? Also, then, obviously, the courtroom is full. We have overflow viewing to make sure that these proceedings are open to the public. You can watch the live stream on courtroom TV, and there are quite a lot of people here. And Ms. Wallace, I was going to ask, and also Mr. Burns, if there's anybody here on behalf of the victims or on behalf of you, your client, Mr. Burns, that we need to relocate to make sure that there aren't any members of the public in their way. If we need to excuse some of the members of the public to 2C to be able to allow those parties to be able to have a clear view of what's going on, we will take care of that.
Here, all of the victims and the representatives of the victim's family are present here in the courtroom.
My client's family has been accommodated. Thank you.
Okay, so everybody is in a position to see and hear, and doesn't need to be relocated or ask anybody to just get behind them so they can see. All right, and we did not receive any objections to the closing the courtroom to the limited extent that we have, and allowing the overflow to observe this in another courtroom. We didn't receive any objections. Is there anybody here that has any objection to that? All right, then. Ms. Wallace, you can proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, do you want Mr. Long to come to the lectern, or would you like him to take it?
If you don't mind, I suspect you're going to go through quite a bit that we'll let him remain seated at council table for present.
Your Honor, I'm going to go over the required paperwork with Mr. Long. Mr. Burns, you can place your...
Well, okay, I'm sorry, it might be easier. All right, if you will step through the lectern, please.
You raise your right hand to the best of your ability. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You put your hand down. Please state your full name for the record.
Robert Aaron Long.
Mr. Long, I'm showing you what's been identified as motion to accept negotiated plea agreement. Have you gone over this paperwork with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you given him truthful answers to each and every question that may be asked on this piece of paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the negotiation that's on this paper, is that the negotiation that you agreed to?
Yes, ma'am.
Finally, is this your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Now showing you the possible effects of your conviction. Have you gone over this form with your attorneys?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you given truthful answers to each and every question that might be on this form?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this your signature on this form?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you the petition to enter a plea of guilty. Have you gone over this form with your attorneys?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you given truthful answers to each and every question that are asked on this form?
Yes, ma'am.
Finally, is this your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you the notice of post-conviction remedies and advisement of rights. Have you gone over this form with your attorneys?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any questions about this form that have not been answered by your attorneys?
Nope.
And is this your signature on this form?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, as I stated, this is case number 21 CR 0547, the state of Georgia versus Robert Aaron Long. Mr. Long is charged in this indictment with count 1, malice murder, from March the 16th, 2021 in Cherokee County, Georgia, unlawfully and with malice aforethought causing the death of Paul Andre Michaels, a human being, by shooting said Paul Andrew Michaels with a firearm, that firearm being a SAR USA 9mm handgun. He's charged in count 2 with malice murder from the same day in Cherokee County, unlawfully and with malice aforethought causing the death of Delana Ashley Yawn Gonzalez, a human, by shooting said Delana Ashley Yawn Gonzalez with a firearm, that firearm being a SAR USA 9mm handgun. He's charged with count 3 with malice murder in the same day in the same county, unlawfully with a malice aforethought causing the death of Dao Yo Feng, a human being, by shooting said Dao Yo Feng with a firearm, that firearm being a SAR USA 9mm handgun. He's charged in count 4 with malice murder from the same day in the same county, unlawfully with malice aforethought causing the death of Xiaoji Tan, otherwise known as Emily Tan, a human being, by shooting her with a firearm, that firearm being a SAR USA 9mm handgun. He's charged in counts 5 through 8 with felony murder from March 16, 2021, irrespective of malice, causing the death of Paul Andre Michaels, Delana Ashley Yawn Gonzalez, Dao Yo Feng, and Xiaoxi Tan, otherwise known as Emily Tan, all humans, while in the commission of the offense of aggravated assault, felony, as more specifically alleged in counts 9, 10, 11, and 12. Your Honor, he's charged in count 9 with aggravated assault from the same day in Cherokee County, making an assault upon Paul Andrew Michaels with a deadly weapon, that deadly weapon being a SAR USA 9mm handgun, by shooting Mr. Michaels with a handgun. Count 10 is the aggravated assault charge, same date, same county, for shooting Delana Ashley Yawn Gonzalez with a 9mm handgun. Also charged in count 11 with aggravated assault, the victim in that matter being Dao Yo Feng. Did shoot her with the same 9mm handgun. Count 12 is the aggravated assault charge from the same day in the same county, making an assault on Xiaoxi Tan, otherwise known as Emily Tan, by shooting her with a 9mm handgun. He's charged in count 13, Your Honor, with criminal attempt to commit murder from the same day in the same county, knowingly and intentionally attempting to commit the crime of murder in violation of OCGA 1651, and that he did with malice aforethought shoot Elcias Rosendo Hernandez Ortiz in the face with a SAR USA 9mm handgun, an act which constitutes a substantial step towards the commission of murder. He's charged in count 14 with aggravated assault from, again, March 16, 2021 in Cherokee County, making an assault upon Elcias Rosendo Hernandez Ortiz with a deadly weapon, which was a SAR USA 9mm handgun, by shooting said Elcias Rosendo Hernandez Ortiz with a handgun. He's charged in count 15 with aggravated battery for maliciously causing bodily harm to Elcias Rosendo Hernandez Ortiz by seriously disfiguring his face, a member of his body, by shooting him with a SAR USA 9mm handgun. Your Honor, he's charged in count 16 with aggravated assault from the same day in the same county, making an assault upon the person of Marcus Lyon with a deadly weapon, a 9mm handgun, by firing the handgun into the room in which Mr. Lyon was occupying inside of Young's Asian Massage, which placed Marcus Lyon in reasonable apprehension of receiving serious bodily injury. He's charged in count 17 with aggravated assault from the same day in the same county, making an assault upon the person of Mario Gonzalez Vasquez with a deadly weapon, which was a SAR USA 9mm handgun, by firing the handgun multiple times inside Young's Asian Massage while said Mario Gonzalez Vasquez was occupying a room within that business, which placed Mr. Vasquez in reasonable apprehension of receiving serious bodily injury. He's charged in count 18 with aggravated assault from the same day in the same county, making an assault upon the person of Amy Weber with a deadly weapon, which was the 9mm handgun, by firing the handgun multiple times inside of Young's Asian Massage while Amy Weber was occupying a room inside of the business, which placed her in reasonable apprehension of receiving serious bodily injury. He's charged in count 19 with aggravated assault from the same day in the same county, making an assault upon Xu Shui Wua with a deadly weapon, that deadly weapon being a SAR USA 9mm handgun, by firing the handgun multiple times inside of Young's Asian Massage while she was occupying a room inside that business, and placed her in reasonable apprehension of receiving serious bodily injury. He's charged in count 20 with aggravated assault from the same day in the same county, making an assault upon the person of Liao Xiaojing with a deadly weapon, that deadly weapon again being the SAR USA 9mm handgun, by firing the handgun multiple times inside Young's Asian Massage while said individual was occupying a room inside of the business, and placed her in reasonable apprehension of receiving serious bodily injury. He's charged in count 21, Your Honor, with aggravated assault from the same day in the same county, making an assault upon the person of Wei Lu with a deadly weapon, that weapon being the SAR USA 9mm handgun, by firing the handgun multiple times inside of Young's Asian Massage while she was occupying a room in that business, placing her in reasonable apprehension of receiving serious bodily injury. He's charged in count 22 with possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony in the same day in the same county, and lawfully having on his person a SAR USA 9mm handgun during the commission of the crimes of murder, criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, and aggravated battery, as more specifically alleged in counts 1 through 21 of this indictment, which crimes are felonies and involve the persons of Paul Andrew Michaels, Delana Ashley Yon Gonzalez, Xiao Jie Tan, Dalio Feng, Elcias Rosendo Hernandez Ortiz, Marcus Lyons, Mario Gonzalez Vasquez, Amy Weber, Wei Lu, Liao Xiaojing, and Xu Shui Wuhan. He's charged in count 23, Your Honor, the final count of this indictment, criminal damage to property in the first degree from the same county in the same day, knowingly and without authority interfering with Gabby's Boutique, the property of Rita Barron and Alejandro Acosta, in a manner so as to endanger human life by firing a SAR USA 9mm handgun inside of Young's Asian Massage, a business located next door to Gabby's Boutique, causing a bullet to go through the wall into the business of Gabby's Boutique while the business was occupied. Your Honor, those are the 23 charges in this indictment. It is my understanding that the defendant is here today to enter a plea of guilty to all of the charges in this indictment. There are several charges, Your Honor, that will be vacated by operation of law and will merge. According to the state's calculation in this matter, of course, death is a possibility, but if death was not solved, life without parole plus 165 years